everybody. Sorry we're late.
It's not my fault.
This big dum-dum had a late meeting that I had to eat for the first time today, so...
Hey, that's intermittent fasting. That's good for you.
Is it, though? I'm eating this
Yeah.
late?
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh. I didn't do it consciously or anything.
Fine. That's good, though.
I'm sorry, I just had a notification, and I want to make sure what it is before...
How dare you? Ooh, how's everybody doing? I am doing pretty good. I'm riding off vibes. I'm existing in the context, and I'm just having a blast, man.
Having a
How about you, Kyle?
blast. Oh, you know, less so. I'm not having quite as much of a blast as you.
Oh man!
But you know, I'm existing. I think that's kind of where
you're
we're
also
at.
existing in the context.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can guess this game. We'll only do a couple because we were late, but I want to get a couple in.
Right.
Because honestly, this is like one of my favorite things to do every week.
This can't be another Crap's Treasure because we already guessed that.
We already guessed that one. Yeah. What's that game that I've seen on TikTok and I think you've seen too? By the way, did you see that TikTok I sent you today?
Let me see.
On my lunch break about Dominic Mysterio. He was.
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
Can we play it live for these people? That's how good it is.
I can see if I can figure it out. Yeah, absolutely, I can.
It's so good. Oh my God, I lived for it.
What's the game where I saw it was? It's a very like famous YouTube clip of. It's a survival game, but a dinosaur is chasing them in the water, and he's like screaming for bloody murder because he's afraid of the dinosaur to get him. And
right. Oh right.
Is it
I literally just saw that clip.
Is it Ark?
That's I didn't see, like, I didn't notice the game, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't hate on Ark.
No,
yeah, I wouldn't hate on Ark.
Definitely not Ark.
Why not?
Because of this next screenshot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
These look like two completely
83.
different games.
What up, Yida? What up, Stingray? What up, Nisa?
Whoa, there's Horizon news? I didn't take a look at the doc. Is there Horizon news?
Oh, Horizon. He means the yeah. That's why we were gonna be late. Honestly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's why we were gonna be late. But don't worry, we're here.
I have zero clue as to what this game is.
Skip it.
Wii U. Oh, is this a Donkey Kong? Yeah, there's Donkey Kong right there.
Oh, okay. There you
Tropical
go.
Freeze. What up, Brian? Boom. Excellent. Boom. We did it. I promise next week we'll catch up on all the other ones.
We got it.
We gotta. Ooh.
Ladies, first off, can I just say something? And I kind of hate that this might become the most popular tweet I've ever posted.
Oh God.
I really hate this. I woke up today to find the first look at the rhino in the Craven movie.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I found it so upsetting. Like, the thing that really bothers me is his human teeth, rhino-like body. His human teeth.
Uh-huh. His leathery face skin.
Leathery face, regular nose. Nose wasn't changed. Human teeth, everything else rhino. It was unsettling, and all I said was, please, someone, for the love of God, take the Spider-Man rights away from Sony. It's at 24,000
likes.
Holy
shit, Joe.
Why that one? I have so many other better takes. I mean, but also someone, for the love of God, you know?
Yeah, take it away from them, please.
Please. If we got Biden to quit, we can, and if we could bully Paramount to remove the Sonic face, I think we could fix Rhino, you know?
Joe, are you familiar with the Castlevania games on Game Boy Advance?
Never in my life.
Okay.
Why is that one of them?
I have a feeling this is a Castlevania game,
Oh, Castlevania.
but I just don't know which Castlevania game it is. Was
still writing some stuff.
Was Rondo of Blood a Game Boy one?
There's only one way to find out.
Oh, Dawn of Sorrow. I'll take that suggestion, Hida. Oh, it is in Castlevania though.
Oh,
But it's not Dawn of Sorrow.
all right.
Your fellow Megan Thee Stallion fan in chat's asking you a question. Did you see Megan's new video?
Yeah, brother. Yeah. And sorry. I have seen minute 34 to 2 minutes. Yes.
2003.
Oh God.
I'm gonna get this wrong. Be mad. Aria of Sorrow. Thank you, Cinderloo. Oh, you are the best. Absolutely. Thanks for keeping the streak alive. Hey,
what was it?
Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Shout out to Cinderloo. Joe, question for you that we'll troubleshoot right here on air.
Sure.
I hope no one notices this for the past couple of weeks.
Okay.
But YouTube has been extra on the inserted ads. Like, I would say multiple times every few minutes. And I am skipping them. So chat, if I miss one, I am so sorry. I'm trying my best to skip them for you, but it's like tons in 5 minutes. Like, it's nonstop.
That said, if we get paid for it, you guys are sitting through it. But
this creature right here is freaking me out.
What is that?
This is probably not a man or anything, but it looks like a Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's unsettling.
Let's get 95. PS1 generation, possibly?
PS1. So this isn't.
Let's skip.
Oh my God, Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask. Let's fucking go.
I've never played it, but at least I know that.
Oh my God, it's one of my favorite games. That was like, I think truly like the first game, that and like Ocarina, that I truly like. It was my Elden Ring, it was my Bloodborne, you know?
That sounded so beautiful. That was like a poem you're writing.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was my Elden Ring. That was my Bloodborne. Okay, we got a spaceship outside of a planet. It looks like it's debris falling off of it. This isn't like an opening cutscene to Mass Effect 2, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't see why I would.
All right, let's skip it.
The floating. Maybe, well.
Okay, we got a little bug.
Hear me out.
It's not Stardust, because that takes place on the planet.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
What about No Man's Sky? Hear me out for a sec.
I'll hear you out. I'll hear you
Why
out.
not? Why not give it a? Why not give it a shot?
No, PC.
Okay, PC.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
They should know that this is a PlayStation podcast.
Well, here's the one spaceship game I know, and it's EVE Online.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
So one that I know. It's not EVE Online.
Real time strategy. Oh. Could this be? What's that one? It's like
Faster Than Light.
Faster Than Light.
I feel like that is like on the ship itself.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
that,
I
like
can put it
into it.
I believe they called it FTL, right?
Yeah, FTL. Yeah, Faster Than Light.
Yeah, not it. 2008.
Ooh. Oh. Homeworld. Right.
First one, you think?
Why not?
Yeah, right. Second one would have probably came out in the teens, and then we just got 3.
Well,
that makes sense.
You know what? Whatever. If it's not, then well, no.
It's not Homeworld.
Not even. Okay, so this one's a dud. This is
Stingray says
Ironclad Games.
Stingray says the X series. I don't
X
know.
series. The X series.
Oh, this is our last guess too.
I know.
Can you tell our
X
weakness?
Yeah, it's like bullshit. What's the X series?
I don't know.
Can
It's
I look
a
up
4x4
X series or no?
RTS game is what Stingray says.
I mean, that's more than. That's.
I'm getting nothing.
I mean, you know what? Why not? Why not just give it a shot?
Of what? X series?
Yeah.
Yeah, I typed it in. I'm going through all the results. So just like,
okay. Okay.
nah, definitely not StarCraft. But I like the guess, Cinderloo. I like the guess.
Yeah, I like that. What I learned at boating school is...
I think we got another loss on the hand.
You know what? We have a really good... I think what we got to stop thinking is like being defeated is...
Absolutely.
It's humbling.
Absolutely. And let's everyone take this loss together.
Right.
You know,
I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna.
We're gonna learn something. We're gonna learn about a new
I'm not
game.
gonna start a Twitter space.
That apparently
with Elon
was what?
it.
Oh God! Don't please stop. They got 87, so well reviewed.
It's got to be good.
Sins of a Solar Empire is the name of that game.
That's no way.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Stingray, I didn't put that loss on you, Stingray. I just mean
No.
you experienced it together with us.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more before we start the show.
Okay.
Because we can't end on a loss.
We can't end on a loss.
Okay. Hear me out.
Are we gonna guess on the floor?
Yeah, I am. Hear me out.
Right.
Race the Sun.
Race the Sun.
It was a great Vita game, great PS4 game. I love it to death.
Let's go.
I really thought it was it.
Honestly, I'm like, that's just that's a vague enough. You know what I mean? Like that's a deep cut of an answer. You had a lot of gravitas. I liked it. Don't worry.
This looks like not mechanical, but like technological.
Don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
This looks like I don't know. What's that VR game? The tennis one? VR tennis something?
Oh.
Smash something?
Smash TV?
No.
Right?
Oh, did it just pop up? It's like a recent one that came to PS4 too.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
I know it too.
Oh my god, it's Courts C Smash?
Yes. Yeah, something Smash. V Smash. Maybe V. No, that sounds sexual.
What the hell is this game called? I see
Smash.
I see it. Let's skip it.
Right.
Let's just
Fair enough.
Okay, it's not that game.
Okay. PC and Switch. What? Here's the thing. Stop giving us like platforms we've never even touched.
Like, what is this in reference to right here? This little red.
I don't know.
Is this another ship? Let's skip. This is giving me nothing.
Yeah, I don't like it. Adventure. Man, we're not doing good. Well, we're
Oh, wait.
Shooting duds here. Okay.
Wait.
It's an adventure game.
The Danganronpa team made an adventure game afterwards. But what was it called? Was it Rain Code?
Let's give it a shot. Right? PC and Switch, what a combo.
No, it's not. Oh, crap.
Something code.
Crap.
You want to give it another skip? And maybe.
Yeah. I feel
it's
like
Switch and PC. They're
2024.
Right. 2024.
So it's not the game I was thinking of. What is a Switch-only game that came out this year that is an adventure game?
Right. What? Yeah. What Switch games even came out this year?
And it got an 85. So
got an 85. That's true.
Let's do one more skip. Let's get the full story.
Okay.
Sunset Visitor.
Sunset Visitor?
I don't think this is a Shin Megami Tensei game.
Shin Megami.
No, I don't, because that's like a traditional RPG. I think that would have said
Right.
RPG. What in the hell?
Kyle, this is some obscure bullshit that we don't know, and it's gonna make me mad.
But like the thing that makes me mad is it's a 85 on Metacritic. It came out this year. You would think we would have run into people talking about this game.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No.
God.
We're not gonna know this.
I'm
one.
gonna skip
This
it.
one-
I'm gonna be mad.
This one
when
was
I
a
see
bad
it,
night.
and
This one was
it's-
a bad run. And
Oh my God! I know the name of that game. Did not know that's what this looked like.
Oh.
People were actually talking about this a lot around SGF time.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I had no idea this
shouldn't
is
have.
what it was called. Or what it looked like.
first time I'm hearing from it now.
Damn.
I'm not even disappointed anymore.
Damn.
Obviously, I'm gonna call my friend Elon. We're gonna have a talk about this.
Please stop referencing that you're gonna call one of the most awful human beings on the planet Earth.
Whoa, hey, you just misunderstood, all right?
Listen, sure.
Want one of those cars for free?
I don't want any of those cars. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding? I can drive with no hands? So what if it can't register a child?
Did I tell you I
Or a dog
randomly,
or anything below 4 feet?
on the way to Sindaloo, it was 1,000 Times Resist was the name of the game.
1,000 times. Could you believe that? Not me.
On the way
First time hearing it? Yeah.
on the way to the city to film the showcase this past weekend. I'm sorry, 2 weekends ago at this point. I drove by somebody driving a Cybertruck unironically.
Kyle, I saw 5 in one day. I'm afraid it's catching on.
Oh no.
I'm afraid
We
because those
gotta
things look
stop.
like shit. They look ugly as hell. They look so and like I'm
It
seeing
looks
them
like
with
it's gonna
wraps.
cut anybody who touches
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it looks really bad. Like they're really ugly cars.
Ugh.
I love what the Daily Show had a joke last night. It's like if a DeLorean smoked while like pregnant, it's like you get a Cybertruck. It's like that's exactly what it looks like.
All right, Joe, you ready?
Define ready.
Ready to record the show.
Yes.
All right, chat, we will see you in 16 seconds.
Oh, wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 389 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week, we are talking about Tango Softworks is alive and well. There are more than meets the eye to factions to cancellation. A glimpse at what the PlayStation 5 lineup will be in 2025. Concord gets a roadmap and also possibly rumors of Xbox's next game that lands on PlayStation and so much more as we do it live at youtube.com/PS Trophy Room at Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on audio services the very next day after. With all that said, with all that out of the way, Kyle Stevenson, have you been leaking DMCA things, NDA games? Are you the source of the Steam the Steam leak? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No. Also, I apologize. I misspelled it in the intro. It's Tango Gameworks. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Listen.
That's on me.
Just like Anchorman, I will read anything that's on the notes. Have you been seeing the whole hullabaloo about
No.
apparently Valve has a hero shooter coming out?
Okay.
It's okay to like this one. And it's under, whatever, NDA,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but you can share it out. You can share invites to your friends, but you can't share the game itself. You can't talk about the game.
Mm.
And apparently Tom Warren over at The Verge made an article about it
Mm.
and talked about the game.
Mm.
And now he's blacklisted along with The Verge
Oof.
of ever covering Valve stuff.
Yikes.
What are your thoughts? You are a PR person.
Mm-hmm.
You're in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
You're working, making sure things are kept secret. There are some things you've never told me, and you said, Joe, if I tell you there's literally an assassin looking outside the window as we speak.
1000%.
Yeah, there's so much what you do I don't know. That said, what's your take on this? And like, is it foolish for Valve to just go, yeah, invite your friends to play this game? Literally, Kyle, I think it reached up to 20,000 people were playing this game.
That's a lot.
But it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Are we mad at Tom? Can we go, that was weird to begin with? Where do you fall on?
I won't speak directly to Tom and his involvement in all this, but
Thomas.
just
Let's call him Thomas.
in general, whatever, again, I'm only a year in, but like just thinking about this is like a logistical nightmare, and it gives me anxiety of like, here's a super secret thing. We're going to invite you to play about it. And you can invite others to play. That's risky. I understand if you want to invite people who you trust that won't break an NDA. I understand that completely. But to allow you to invite other people on top of it, that just seems like a recipe for disaster, and it seems like that is what happened.
Right. So can we blame Thomas? Or
if it was in the NDA that you can't talk about it, I would have probably stuck with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would say
it's that whole race where we've had this discussion before of all these leakers.
We're going to talk about rumors and
exactly stuff, of like the race to be first. I think that was the big issue with this one, and that just bums me out a whole lot.
Yeah. That said, I wanted to kind of get a little bit serious with you in the beginning of the show because I found this post from Light, friend of the show, and it was a retweet of this streamer called Nate Shot. Okay,
don't act like he's one of the biggest Call of Duty gamers ever.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
Fair enough to me. So I sounded like I was 47, you know.
Yeah,
it's like we need to connect with the kids on the Twitch.
Upstart on Fortnite. He goes by the name of Ninja.
Apparently, he doesn't stream with the female variety. No, but he was, Nate Shot was talking about why must we hate everything?
Yeah,
like what's happened to games where now we are constantly rooting for games to fail, and how annoying that is. And to me, I kind of want to throw that ball over to you. What's going on with games discourse where it seems like through the PlayStation lens, through us, like it's always about the console war. It's always about like, ooh, Redfall's a failure. Great. We already see people already rooting for and already making videos about Concord being a failure.
Yep.
It's just like, guys, like, what the hell?
Yeah, I agree with Nadeshot and what he's saying of like game, and it's that tough thing, right? Because it's not an all-encompassing statement. Like, not everyone is rooting for all games to fail. Jesus Christ, YouTube. That is 3 ads that popped up in the last minute and a half. Like, we're not putting a blanket statement on everyone that plays games. Obviously, like we don't do that unless the game is awful, like in its premise and what it's coming from. But like, I think about the games that I played as a kid. If the internet was around in the way that it is now in social media, those games wouldn't see the light of day ever again.
Yeah.
Specifically, like the game I talked about last week, one of my favorite games of all time, Tomba. I guarantee you people in if we had social media back then and they saw this game, they're like, this looks dumb. Some feral child is fighting evil pigs. Who's gonna play that game? That's like nothing. As a kid, I'm like, this looks cool. The demo's awesome.
Right.
I'm gonna play it. I think we need to put more of an emphasis on celebrating games and not already predetermining a value of that game before we get our hands on it. Granted, it's okay to look out for media for previews and reviews, whatever, because money is tight for everybody. I completely understand that. Yep. But to just go straight in and blindly say, oh, this game sucks because, that tree looks weird. Spider-Man with the puddle gate. Oh, the puddle. Where's the puddle? And automatically saying, oh, this game's going to be trash. And over the silliest, stupid little things. And I just want to celebrate games. I know you just want to celebrate games. That's all we want to do.
And it's not even just celebrate. We just want to talk about them, not the screenshot, not the weird 5-second clip. I just want to talk about games. And I feel like when, what you previously talked to, right? First, it feels like we're on a race to the bottom. Where like, you're right. I miss, and Nate Shot said it in his quote, it's like, there was like a camaraderie, right? Of like standing outside a GameStop at midnight and you're talking to folks about that game that you're so excited for. I remember Halo 3. I remember Gears 3. I remember every single Call of Duty launch. It was a celebration for that game. Even Madden's.
Yeah.
They barely spoke English and most of it was slurs, but I think they were excited at this.
I remember working the Arkham Knight midnight release and everyone just celebrating Batman and the Arkham games. And it was dope.
Right. It was awesome.
You can't do that with digital games, by the way, Joe.
Hold your
I'd rather win from physical media, folks.
You're right. No, you're right. But I feel as though we've traded the camaraderie of the standing outside at midnight launch of a game, and we traded it in for engagement and clickbait. And look, I typed in PlayStation on YouTube just to see if I missed anything. The first video I clicked on is something along the lines of why the PlayStation 5's the worst PlayStation console. And it's like, come on, guys. It seems like this year especially, we take these weird molehills to die on to argue about games. We're arguing about like Eve wearing a bra, right? We're arguing about silly, like stupid shit that truly doesn't exist. Like, K Vest has a chin and that upsets me. We're upset about, there's a black samurai in Assassin's Creed. But wait, Marco Polo helped make the assassin blade. You know what I mean?
How dare these alien races in Concord have pronouns?
Right. It's like, it's the dumb shit that doesn't matter. Let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the game. Are we enjoying the game? Not the dumb discourse on Twitter, not the dumb clickbait, video on YouTube. When people talk to me about like being a creator on YouTube and like, oh, don't you want to hit it big or whatever? It's like, not really. Those people like look at in the beginning when you're creating content, you have like the romanticization of like, oh, I'm going to get to talk about games and maybe the dream is I get to talk about games, whatever, get paid for it. But when you take a look at most of the YouTubers that are covering games, they're all sounding really, really miserable. It's like, why PlayStation sucks, why Xbox sucks. It's like, why can't we just enjoy video games?
Yeah.
We could be critical. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We ought to be critical. But like, let's actually have meaningful discourse, not the dumb shit we see constantly online that is so terminally online that the average consumer doesn't care. We should be rooting for every developer to succeed.
Yeah. I would love to see the turning point where, like, what event happened where we leaned into hate being like the driving seller for games?
I got it. The moment that the facial reaction on YouTube was the thing that carries engagement.
Fair.
It's the shock face. I think that's really it. And I'm not, damning anybody for doing it. Because listen, go ahead, do the thing, whatever you need to do to get, for the grind and all that. I get it. I think it's truly at that moment.
Yeah,
If it bleeds, it leads. People saw it and they're like, let's grift here. It's like every time someone says that there's a PlayStation showcase rumor, they have no idea what they're talking about.
No.
This latest one, guys, no idea what they're talking about.
I really hate how being so, what's the word I'm looking for? Hateful, already on like a dour, sour note ahead of time is the driving force for a lot of influencers. And
again, just like this dumb in chat, right? Comes in, not a member of the community. They say, keep bringing Microsoft more money, ponies. Grow up.
What?
Go away. Shoo. No one likes it. No one likes you.
I don't have blue running in my veins because PlayStation is. We don't get paid by PlayStation. We don't get paid by Xbox. Nobody in our space gets that. Go away.
It's really weird, and again, it's like I get it because people think, oh, PlayStation show, they're here to bash Xbox. It's same with like the whole like, oh, your Xbox show, 90 minutes of it's going to be talking about how PlayStation sucks. Like, we need to move away from that. And that's what I love about this channel. What we do on this show is that it's like, yeah, guys, like this person doesn't know. I have over 600 hours of Sea of Thieves. Like, I love Sea of Thieves. Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises. The reason why I'm a gamer today is because of Halo. Yeah, like I love what Xbox does.
I invite Garden State Boss here in chat. Go back a few episodes when Sea of Thieves came out on PlayStation and hear us talk about how awesome it was that it was on the main page of the store. Yeah, like we're excited for that.
And we have to move past this weird toxicity and this weird let's move goalposts around and just cover the ecosystems that we cover without trashing the other ones.
No.
And just having fun talking about games. And that's what we need to move to. So, Golden State Boss, you are the reason why this guy made that video. You are ruining games.
Yeah.
You are. You truly are. People like that, the fanboys, they're truly ruining games for everybody. And we have to move past it. I don't know how. Truly, I think it comes down to the algorithm literally needs to change, but it's rough. It's rough because even we talked about Ubisoft, what is it, like 2 weeks back, and we're talking about how much we enjoyed Outlaws. And then we have, randos in the YouTube chat calling us shills because we liked the game that we were playing.
How dare you?
It's just, I know, it's just so bizarre.
How dare we enjoy games that we play and to want to talk about it?
I saw that video and it just hit me at my core last night. And then, seeing this guy's comment really does echo the fact of like, we really need to be better to each other.
Absolutely.
We really do.
Just celebrate games. If we want to play games when we're older, we need to celebrate the industry and the people who sacrifice so much, regardless of what color your ecosystem is tied to. And just play and celebrate and talk about games in a positive way.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But to all the Xbox fans out there, all the fanboys, Dom dies in Gears 3.
Whoa, so spoilers! How dare you?
Take that. You had like 20 years.
How dare you?
That scene made me cry. Anyway, Kyle.
Hey, guess what? Hey, Darth Vader, Luke's dad.
Yeah.
How dare
what?
There you go.
No way, dude. Shoot.
Hey, guess Kyle. What happens at the end of Oppenheimer? Let me get. You want to know? I'll keep that a secret.
I don't know. All right, Kyle.
Yeah.
Listen, enough of me talking. I got my dyslexia is hitting me real bad. The players. Listen, Drellish didn't understand the assignment when I said shorter the pitch.
Do you want me to read it? I can read it.
Yes, please.
All right. This comes from Jellish and Marcus O'Neill, of course, who run our By the Players monthly get-together. And they write, blast off with Trophy Room Gamers for an astrobotical October. Hey there, PlayStation aficionados. Ready to embark on an intergalactic escapade? By the Players is launching an out-of-this-world gaming event this October featuring the adorable and adventurous Astrobot. Get ready to dive into a universe of fun and excitement. Don't get left behind on Earth. The countdown to sign up for this cosmic journey ends on August 31st. Whether you're a trophy hunting veteran or a PlayStation 5 newbie, Astrobot promises a delightful ride filled with innovative gadgets and features. Join our stellar crew as we explore the whimsical worlds of Astrobot, packed with thrilling and diverse levels across countless galaxies. You might even spot a cheeky bot dressed as Nathan Drake, swinging through levels like a true treasure hunter, or find yourself dodging obstacles reminiscent of Helldivers 2 intense co-op chaos. Share your favorite moments, trophy hunting tips, and all the little things that make us smile and cheer. Who knows, you might even discover a secret level inspired by Star Wars Outlaws, where an Astrobot navigates through space, evading TIE fighters and collecting power-ups like a true rebel. Spaceship seats are limited, so don't dawdle. Zoom over to our sign-up page on the By the Players Discord before the August 31st deadline. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates from By the Players, where we will have some more out-of-this-world news coming up for November. If you have any questions, reach out to our Cosmic Guides, the one and only Marcus O'Neill, or the dirty scoundrel Drellish. We can't wait to see you in the PlayStation Galaxy this October. Let's make it a blast.
Absolutely, my dudes.
Also,
That said, it's
how
also
DJ
time.
Chris in chat spoil Bruce Wayne as Batman? How dare you?
What? You're not next. You're gonna tell me Clark Kent's Superman? Come on,
Oh, Jesus.
come on. They look nothing alike. All right, it's time for our Patreon pitch and a little bit of a Patreon update. If you are a patron of the show, thank you so much. If you're planning to be a Patreon member, well, listen, please do it. It really does help us out. And when you do it, and when you re-up, if you guys could, if you're on Android, that's fine. But Apple is doing a really weird 30% like charge if you do it on your iPhone. So if you're thinking about becoming a patron, which you definitely should, please try to do it either on an Android device or on a web browser, because Apple is being greedy and evil because they're $1 billion corporation who can afford, maybe not doing that and being a total dick. That said, the reason why we look so good, sound so great, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. So if we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, a great day at work, maybe we made your whole afternoon, I don't know, head on over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. It's literally the only reason why we have the lights on, the show going, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our newest members, Dorman96 and Dylan Mendelowitz, both the bronze tier. Thank you, both boys. Our premium members, Todd Burowitz and Toxic. I want to thank our platinum members, Jay Shea, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Vyuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Bertos Maximos, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Silcanet, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, and Mike Thomas. I want to thank our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hayden Doyce, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold E.T., which that's a reference from a skit in WWE. Apparently, Stone Cold put on an ET helmet and ordered drive-thru. I saw that on TikTok.
I think that's not. I don't think that's Stone Cold. I think that's just somebody doing an impression.
Goddamn, that's brilliant, and I love it so much. I was like, I found his origin story. Anyway, Tino Sixspeed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Matthew King, Duh Overlord, Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Midler, Samuel Nestling, Maximum Carnage, Solo, Big G, and the Lord Commander Suddy, who finally watched Deadpool and Wolverine so I could spoil it all for him. Thank you all so much for seriously helping us out each and every month. Yes.
Shout out to our YouTube channel members, Nisa Hauer and Strubles and Bits.
Thank you. Thank you both. Seriously, you're amazing. That said, Kyle, it is about time we start squaring up the news.
First bit of news that needs to be squared up is kind of a big one. From Chris Scullion over at VGC writes, Hi-Fi Rush Studio Tango Gameworks has been acquired by Crafton and will remain open. Xbox announced in April that it was shutting down 4 Bethesda studios: Tango, Redfall maker Arcane Austin, Mighty Doom developer Alpha Dog, and support studio Roundhouse Games. The studio seemingly closed its door in June, with developer oh my god, I'm so sorry, Taiko Kido sharing photos on social media of what he said was its last day. However, South Korean publisher Krafton, which also owns PUBG Studios and the Callisto Protocol studio Striking Distance, has now announced that it has acquired Tango Gameworks, seemingly rescuing it. Quote, Krafton Inc. today welcomed the talented people of Tango Gameworks to their team, marking an exciting moment in the company's global expansion and its first significant investment in the Japanese video game market, the publisher said in a statement. This strategic move will include the rights to Tango Gameworks' acclaimed IP, Hi-Fi Rush. The publisher plans to work with Xbox and ZeniMax to ensure a smooth transition and maintain continuity, Jesus Christ, Kyle, at Tango Gameworks, saying it wants the team to continue working on the Hi-Fi Rush IP and other future projects.
Awesome news, man. This makes me feel so good. This is what it ought to be, man. This is, you don't have to just shutter everything. You don't have to just hoard all the IP. You can let them go. This is wonderful. Yes, Kyle Stevenson, the trophy. You have your hand up.
I'm going to bring up one tiny critique about this.
Okay.
That makes me a little nervous. And I will say I'm super excited that the studio's back and they'll be able to continue Hi-Fi Rush. I don't love how Krafton handled Callisto Protocol, where the CEOs seemingly were trying to push it out before it was ready. Yeah. That's my only little critique with that pairing there, but I'm hoping they've learned from that.
Right.
And going forward, it'd be better.
Yeah, because was it Striking Distance, the devs that made that game, they went, listen, they pushed us 2 months ahead of launch.
Yep.
We really should have launched in February, but they really wanted us to come out before Dead Space, and he thought that was a mistake.
Yeah. That's my only little tiny holdup. Granted, it's game by game basis. But obviously the big takeaway here is that the studio is being revived, thank God.
Absolutely. I would, and to me, that the point that he made as well, I think there was more problems with Callisto Protocol, a game I liked, by the way.
I know, yeah, you're one of the biggest supporters I know of that game.
Yeah, like it was a fun time, but I do think what was it? It was the weird like dodge / parry system they had in that game really did that game a disservice. So I don't think it was lack of, I think if that game was sandwiched between Dead Space and Resident Evil, I kind of agree with the CEOs on that one. It's like that would have just totally shat the bed. That said, though, you're right to have that type of skepticism for sure. I'm just happy that Microsoft found a home for them because I know, I think we're not an Xbox show, but Matt Booty, right, is his name. He's the head of their publishing there. He was saying that they couldn't find a buyer, that they were trying, they couldn't find one, and that's why they were, terminating the studio. Looks like something between all those announcements. Krafton said, "No, we will gladly pick this up and take it off your hands."
That's awesome.
Which is really, it's really, really awesome.
I'm hoping the same can happen to the other devs, the other studios that were shuttered. Outside, I'm pretty sure the Arcane Austin one might be a little tricky just because it's tied with Arcane. But when it comes to Alpha Dog and Roundhouse, why not someone else pick them up? I hope that somebody makes that because they're all super talented. I can't make a game. I can talk about games. I can pitch games at a PR front, but I can't make them. So these people making them are super talented and deserve a shot.
I mean, and I think this ought to be the first course of action rather than laying off, thousands upon thousands of folks. Even like, PlayStation, right? They laid off 900 people, closed studios down for seemingly restructural reasons. But like, it's like, man, London was making something. Why couldn't you just go, you know what? we don't think this project's working out on our end. Why can't we go find you a suitable buyer, right? To go ahead and make that project. Maybe they'll be interested in it. It just, to me, it all just seems rather heartless and cold, you know? That said, too, seeing what's happening with Bungie, as heartbreaking as it is, having Sony go, you know what? We believe in some of the smaller projects you're doing, and some of the things that you are already doing could be streamlined, and seeing them. I know people think it's the end of Bungie's identity. I also lean in that direction, but to just see they're not just laying off more people on top of the already hundreds of awful layoffs we've seen from them, you know, we gotta be more thoughtful. I think as the AA space grows, because Krafton isn't a huge publisher by any means, um, maybe, yeah, bigger publishers can offshoot some of those studios that maybe don't make sense for them, but can make sense for a Krafton. Maybe a success for Hi-Fi Rush, or what wasn't a success for Microsoft that Hi-Fi Rush was, could be for Krafton, you know? So I love this news. It's very feel good.
Well, yeah.
Gets me excited.
On that note, though, it still boggles my mind that they viewed Hi-Fi Rush as not a success to begin with. I got.
There's a lot of like a lot of double speak happening over there.
1000%, but also when it comes to these publishers putting games at their high expectations, I'm looking at you, Square Enix, when it comes to like Guardians and Avengers is kind of like a different story, but just like expectations are way too high, I think, for a lot of them, and I think they need to be a little bit more on the realistic side of things, so this stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just happy for the team. They get to go and make a Hi-Fi Rush 2, and I hope I hope the most success for them.
And I did see the voice actors be like, hey, we're back, like they're super excited about it too, which is awesome.
Yeah, and like hopefully with the correct way of pushing this game out, they can very much flourish, and it won't just be a very critically received game, but it could be a commercial one as well. So
absolutely,
congratulations to the Hi-Fi team, to Tango, y'all. Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what. Yeah, can't wait to see what 2 brings. That said, hopefully more accessibility options for people that are poor with rhythm like myself.
Yeah.
So I can actually play and enjoy the game more. But yeah.
I gotta actually go back and beat it.
Hey, here's a question coming from my arch enemy Luke Loy that I didn't vet enough, so I'm sorry if it's just a troll about my mother. He says, question for the show: what if Concord is a hit? Do you trust Sony to support the game long term in the right ways? If it's a hit, that's a good question. I mean, you know, it's in the Flash news, but apparently the Helldivers, you know, latest update pissed more fans off and actually helped boost the game up. So to me, it depends on what their scope of this game was to begin with, truthfully. If they always planned for this game to have legs, yes. I think one of the problems with Helldivers was I don't think they thought that game was going to be the thing, the monster
the
that
internet
it was.
Sensation that everyone was talking about.
Yeah, so it's about like then, you know, kind of leveling out expectations for this thing that wasn't supposed to catch fire the way it has, and has kind of struggled now with balancing and getting that fan base excited again. So it can, but will it? I don't know.
I mean, I still, for Sony to give them the backing of not paying for any updates and like battle passes being free, they have to have some trust and belief in it to begin with. So I don't see that ever going away. I just hope people actually go try it out and don't listen to what we were talking about earlier. Everyone being like Concord's already DOA and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's Nisa writes in, I need I had to read it twice. Nisa says, I need I need an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 13-year-old to help me through some parts. Because their reaction times.
Is that for Hi-Fi? Yeah, I get it.
The reaction times are gonna be nuts.
I like how Nisa's just like, Hey, any young person out there, I need you.
Yeah. Child labor. All right, with nieces sometimes. If it means platinuming hi-fi, she's willing to do it. Yeah,
Adam, I'm with you. I thought the Concord beta was super fun. I'm not a
I'm super
multiplayer
excited.
gamer at all. I had a blast.
All my friends that I got to play the beta with are all getting it, and they're like, "We're gonna be playing
Hell yeah.
day one."
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
super excited. Yeah. All right, Kyle. Let's talk about now some a little depressing news.
Alrighty, let's see if I can go through it without stumbling. Victoria
this,
Kennedy writes in from, not writes in, Jesus Christ. Victoria Kennedy from Eurogamer writes, The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer cancellation reportedly wasn't a quote-unquote bloodless endeavor. Following the release of The Last of Us Part 2 in 2020, developer Naughty Dog had plans to launch a standalone multiplayer game. Prior to the base game's PS4 debut, the developer confirmed this multiplayer aspect would not be released alongside Part 2, as had been expected. The project then hit a number of stumbling blocks, with Naughty Dog stating more time was required as recently as May 2023. But despite this, the studio maintained the game was coming up until last December, when The Last of Us' standalone multiplayer project was ultimately cancelled. At this time, the studio said, when faced with the choice to become a quote-unquote solely live service game studio, or continuing, quote, to focus on single-player narrative games, end quote, something the studio is predominantly known for, it chose the latter. Since then, Naughty Dog hasn't elaborated on the ramifications of canceling its long-in-the-works project. However, Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier has now said that the move to cease development on the release, quote, was not a bloodless endeavor, end quote. Speaking on the latest Friends Per Second podcast, Schreier discussed the recent layoffs at Destiny developer Bungie. During his time on the podcast, the reporter described Sony's live service push, along with the wider industries, as quote-unquote trend chasing. Quote, the list of games that have been pivots from single-player studios to try to make service online games that just turned out to be debacles is very, very long, he said. I think I've done post-mortems for a lot of them. The cycle is single-player studio, super successful, pivots to live service. Spends 7 years making a live service game nobody wants. Live service game comes out, it's a debacle, end quote. He then touched on The Last of Us, saying he was pleased that the studio managed to avoid that cycle thanks to the cancellation of its own multiplayer. But even though the studio managed to break the cycle by not releasing its game, there were still consequences. Quote, I mean, Naughty Dog's Factions game was in development for something like 4 years with the team in the hundreds. Like, that is an expensive proposition for something that was a miss, Schreier said, thanks to Dreamwalker. That project, like that getting canceled, was not a bloodless endeavor. There were some heads rolling at Sony as a result of that one, end quote. Despite the earlier boom in popularity, interest in live service games are still a thing. I added that end part there because it cut off.
Yep. My bad. I was supposed to delete that
Again,
line.
you say you're Ron Burgundy, I'm Ron Burgundy.
You're right. Listen, we got a little bit of Ron in us all.
San Diego.
San Diego. I believe it means a whale's vagina. So, I'm going to say something very
You totally
brave.
missed the bleep, by the way.
Did I?
Yeah. It's fine.
Well, then.
It's fine.
Oh, well. You know.
People know.
Balls. It's
a human part of the body.
You're
It's
right.
fine.
You're right. Listen.
Penis. See, I can do it too.
There you go. See? We are fair. We're all about equality here. Giblets. Just put them all
Anus.
in. Oh!
The weenus.
Right, so,
do you know what the weenus is?
That's the elbow, right?
Yeah, it's your elbow.
Yeah.
It's the weenus.
I remember. I know all about
science class is over, everybody. Let's continue.
Yeah. All right, enough about biology. I'm going to say something very brave.
Okay.
I'm not mad at this.
Nope.
I think the bloodless endeavor part, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Let's take it piece by piece. Yeah. I mean, we saw the layoffs at Sony. What? December?
Yeah.
I think, if I remember her name right as well, one of the top execs that people fawned over for a long time, Connie Booth, also left mysteriously. You could probably attribute this to that. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think he's right. There's too much trend chasing in this industry. And I think, listen, you could chase a trend all you want, but if you're trying to make, for example, everybody was trying to make a battle royale. But the fact is, when you're making a game and it lasts, or it takes 4+ years to make, right? Fortnite's already ahead of you by a mile and then some. Like, you really have to make something from the ground floor and grow it with that audience. And then does that audience have the patience to go, yeah, it doesn't have all the, polish of a Fortnite, but damn it, I like this element to it. No. And so I kind of see, again, and I think this is a little bit of a repeat from our previous rants on this, is like them biting a little bit more than they can chew on this project, it lasting a little bit too long because Naughty Dog are perfectionists over there. Things changing because times change, and then them trying to address those changes because of other games out there. And then they're just like, this isn't our expertise. And realizing that, awesome, cool. People often blame Bungie for this. They're like, oh, they're the reason they axed this. I think we're looking at this with rose-tinted glasses because we really loved what was a niche but popular multiplayer game. As of, yeah, cool. What if this was a success though? And then Naughty Dog becomes a Bungie. I don't want that. I want Naughty Dog to be Naughty Dog.
At the end of the day, as much as I love factions, and I love the hell out of it, it's my favorite multiplayer game of all time. 2 years ago at this point, of like being worried that they're chasing the trend, and by the time it comes around, that trend will either already be over, or it's going to affect these single player studios and the single player game output that they are known for. And again, I play PlayStation for the single player stuff. The PlayStation studios are very good at that, and that's what I want from them. So I am okay with this Factions 2 being canceled. I'm still very bummed that people had to lose their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a bummer, no matter what. But this means I get a Naughty Dog single player game every 4 or 5 years. I'm good.
And, for me, it's like, stick to what you're good at. Yeah, you can evolve over time. Listen, Naughty Dog was not known for the strong narratives, right? When they were making Crash.
Sure.
But make the evolutions make sense where we're baby step into that. We're not just making broad leaps to that, right? So like for me, it's like, Sony, you know what you're good at. Listen, I no stress on like trying to find a multiplayer game that your audience can enjoy. I'm not saying that, but I'm also not saying, hey, let Santa Monica be the the next make the next Call of Duty killer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No.
Like, listen, that's why I like what Firewalk is. Firewalk is a multiplayer, made studio, and they're going out there and making their game, and like that's more interesting to me than like Naughty Dog going out there and making Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer, which, yeah, again, as much as I'd love to play, I'd very much like to play their next solo title.
Agreed. Yeah.
Much rather.
And even if that trend is now long gone of the single player game having a multiplayer component, the Naughty Dog did very well. The Uncharted 2, 3, 4 multiplayer was a ton of fun. Again, Factions, super fun. It would be awesome to have that packaged in with it, like Ghost of Tsushima Legends, a great multiplayer mode.
Exactly.
But again, the main focus is the single player stuff. And if we ever get to the point where you are comfortable with adding a mode like that to it, I'm all for it. Just don't get rid of the single player games and put all your money into a multiplayer thing.
Normalize the cool little arcade multiplayer games again, Like, yeah, like I remember back in the day, it got a little excessive towards the end because everybody's like, we need a multiplayer mode in every single game.
God of War Ascension.
Yeah, Dead Space 2, Jesus.
Oh,
but like
Arkham Origins, I think, had a multiplayer mode or something like that.
Yeah. So like to me, it's like, but there's awesome, like there are cool ideas. Like, yeah, you're right. Like Tsushima Legends, fantastic. Uncharted did have like great multiplayer modes. It's like, and then if those take off, yeah, you can have like a skeleton crew that works on them, and updates it for that community. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
we did kind of get a supplemental mode in the Last of Us Part 2 on PS5, like the remake
hmm
remaster with the
yep,
roguelike mode. I'm
yeah,
way okay with adding a smaller mode like that in a single player thing if it's within budget and won't, like,
yeah,
cause massive delays or make the single player thing worse. Like, I'm all for that kind of stuff.
yeah. Okay, not totally bummed, but it is what it is.
It's
Hopefully, we can now finally put this
exactly. It's time to
behind
move
us.
on, everybody. Factions
Yeah,
is never coming back.
never coming out and stop complaining about it. I'm tired of hearing it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's
all right,
go play the original faction still. I'm pretty sure those servers are still up
probably. Yeah,
for the PS4 version at least.
that's it, Kyle. We have dual stories here. Would you like me
Oh,
to take the first because they go hand in hand?
are we gonna read this at the same time and duel that way?
Yeah, we're gonna cross the streams. No, so here's the thing: would you like to tackle it piece by piece, or would you like to read it the first story and then I read the second one? What would you like to do?
I'll read the first one, and then we can
Okay, go for it.
go from there. Zarmina Khan over at PS Lifestyle writes, PlayStation Studios aiming to continuously release hit titles, says Sony. Sony Group has said that PlayStation Studios are aiming to quote-unquote consistently and continuously release hit games. To achieve this, Sony Interactive Entertainment is making an effort to refine its development processes and release schedules. Having previously acknowledged that PlayStation Studios are struggling with maintaining sustainable profit margins despite releasing best-selling games, Sony announced that it was restructuring the PlayStation division. As part of the process, more than 900 roles were eliminated, and a new management structure was implemented under joint CEOs Herman Hulst and Hideaki Nishino. Announcing its first quarter financial results for fiscal year 2024 yesterday, Sony told investors in an earnings call that, quote, the studio business group is strengthening its development schedule management and optimizing development projects in order to consistently and continuously release hit titles, end quote. Meanwhile, Sony's platform business group will focus on, quote unquote, maintaining and expanding the number of active PlayStation users while strengthening user engagement. The goal is to, quote, establish a stable earnings base, end quote, as a matter of priority.
Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. And I just want people to remember, Hiroki Totoki warned of the thinning of the margins, how to improve said margins. And while he was saying that, he talked a lot of shit about Bungie and how inefficient they were being. And so the second part of the story also comes from Zarmina Khan because she is the goat of PlayStation. She writes, 2025 will be PS5's best year in terms of content, and Insider reckons. A little known insider reckons that 2025 will be PS5's best year in terms of exclusives and content following a bit of a drought. Sony has published quite a few exclusives this year, but first-party PlayStation studios have seen a bit of a lull, which is set to change with some relatively smaller games, including Concord, Astrobot, and Lego Horizon Adventures. Insider Nate the Hate, who has a pretty good reputation, I actually probably think he's the best leaker out there, said in a recent podcast that PS5 is primed to have a strong 2025, with PlayStation Studios all quietly cooking. He's of the view that next year might be PlayStation 5's best year in this entire generation, and he's fairly confident that players will hear more from Sony in fall of 2024. Nate also shared these views nearly 2 weeks ago, but they're practically noteworthy now because Sony recently announced its financial results of 2024, during which it acknowledged a bit of a lack of tentpole title games. So, Kyle Stevenson, again, these stories go hand in hand with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, when was this PlayStation showcase? What do you think?
Oh, man,
September 16th?
we're about to eat, baby boy.
I heard from sources it's September 16th.
Oh, really? I hope not.
Yep, 4 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, man, really? Let's see.
Yeah, when is September 16th?
On a Monday? Okay.
Yep, they said
Sure.
they wanted to change the reputation of the day Monday.
Okay, cool.
Inside source, Mr. PlayStation code name told me
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's happening. Can we stop believing that? Like, again, there's people with really great track records. Nate the Hate being one of them. He was very dead on with a lot of the predictions he had. Like Grubb is terrific as well. Like there are some people that like you go to, like Special Nick as well. He gets shit on when he's wrong, but like he's been right quite a few times. But like there are people that you should go to, and then there's like PlayStation fanboy 720, 400 followers, and a dream, and you're like, here's my inside source.
Yeah.
It's like,
thanks for promoting me, Elon, so I can talk about this.
yeah. All I had to do was put in my driver's license to get that blue check mark. You know? What do you mean there was a data breach?
I mean, yes. Do I think it's a bummer we haven't really heard anything yet?
Yeah.
Of course. Am I more excited hearing this? Absolutely, I am. That we're soon going to be learning of what is next year beyond just, at this point, Death Stranding 2 is what we know. And I can't wait.
The guitar that shoots lightning.
Cannot wait to play that game.
Again, I'm so happy it has such a like quote unquote better reputation now.
Oh my god,
so weird.
We were like some of the few people that were championing that first game. As weird as it was, I love it so much.
Yeah. I love it so much.
But yeah, like it actually kind of excites me just hearing the phrase of, yeah, they've been quietly cooking. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like, and like being unfortunate about the Insomniac ones, but like not leaked out that we know.
Right.
I think that's super, super exciting.
Yeah, it really is. And like, even with that, like, let me see Wolverine, dude. I'm so Wolverine pilled at this very point in time. Like, I want the helmet. I want the cowl. Like,
I'm about to make a name for myself.
Exactly. I'm about to make a name. Yeah, it's just like I want to see that game. You're right. I want to see more Death Stranding 2. I want to see Ghost 2. That's been rumored for so long. Like, there's so much we still don't know.
Not to bring it up, you can put it on my tally, everyone in chat.
Oh god, what are you gonna do?
It's the 10th anniversary of Bloodborne next year. If there's going to be a time, it is now.
Yes.
That's all I want to say. It's the 10th anniversary. Why would you not do something for it?
I swear to God. I swear to you, the audience, if we get anything Bloodborne, take a remaster, remake, 60 frame patch, if we get that there, I'm going to church. You pick the religion. I'll go to temple. Whatever. Mosque, cool. I don't care. Give me whatever materials I need. I will fully
convert to whatever religion you want me to.
First person to name the religion, I'll do it. Okay? All right, I'll become a witch doctor. I don't know. I don't know any of it. But I'll do it.
To bring it back down to earth a little bit, not hype ourselves up too much.
Fine. Okay.
It's still hype, the question I'm going to ask, but
okay. All right.
Outside of Sucker Punch, because we are assuming Ghost of Tsushima 2 is the next game.
God, yes.
Which one of the PlayStation studios are you most excited to see what they're working on?
Corey.
Yeah.
He's put out that tease and like, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's outside, PlayStation offices.
Yeah.
I mean this when I say no disrespect to Naughty Dog. I know, there's great folks there. They are one of the most talented studios. And I say this all the time. They are the studio that gets you in the door of PlayStation, right? But goddamn, to Santa Monica is the reason why you stay. Like, they are, to me,
them and Insomniac, their premier. Both.
Yeah. I mean, Insomniac is the workhorse, man. Mm-hmm. But, like, I want to see what Corey's game is. Because, let's be real, Corey can do... I think Corey and Neil are at this point, but I think especially Corey is at this point where they get to make whatever the hell they want.
Mm-hmm.
And PlayStation's going to write a check.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that gets me very excited. Is like, Corey made you God of War 2018. His studio produced an incredible sequel in a really, if you think about it, really reasonable amount of time. Corey gets to write that check to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if there's anybody that's going to make a new IP and, it sell well, it's like the makers of God of War, the creator of God of War. Come on.
I
Corey's next game. What about you?
I'm gonna go a different route because obviously, yes, Santa Monica and Naughty Dog are at the top of my list. I'm really excited to see what Bend is cooking.
Yes.
I love Days Gone. It's got
Yes.
some problems. I love the hell out of it though. It's a great game.
The itch is coming back to me.
Yeah, like I'm very intrigued as to what they are making, as well as it's always in the back of my mind, and I'm trying to remember. Is it PlayStation Thailand?
Malaysia?
Malaysia. Of like them rumoring to dip their toes in the Uncharted waters, and they're making like a new Uncharted game. Like, there's a lot of exciting things that have been floated around forever, and I'm just excited to learn what they will be.
Yeah, same. And it's about time.
It
and
is
again,
about time.
a rumor has told me. All right, I'll just say it. I'll just say it.
Okay.
I do have an inside source at PlayStation. Yeah. Okay.
What are their initials?
And I can't. I if I even tell you the initials, they're fired.
Are they HH?
Dude, don't fucking. Don't,
damn it!
don't
I'm sorry.
do that shit. Come on. My friend Hank. Hank Hansen told me a few things.
I feel like that's gonna be my next creative player in whatever game I play. Hank Hansen.
Hank Hansen. He said anywhere between August 20th and September 26th, there will be a showcase.
So, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I will let you know right now, next week is not happening.
No.
It's Gamescom week. It's not happening.
Exactly. After he said there was a very slim chance Game comes next week. So he said after that, anywhere between those dates,
Okay.
you're gonna see something. And what it is, and again, reliable source.
Hold on, let me do the YouTube thumbnail pic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's huge. It's gonna blow your goddamn socks off. That's his words.
Okay.
His words.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's right.
If your socks
That's
aren't
right.
blown off when you see the PlayStation showcase, go to Joe's Insider. Blame him.
Yeah.
Hank Hansen.
Hank Hansen. Also, this next story, Kyle, I meant to put in the flash news, so don't mind me one bit.
Not
Kyle.
at all.
We got some breaking
news. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Jesse Norris over at Xbox Era writes in, rumor, Forza Horizon 5 PlayStation port announcement incoming. Multiple reputed leakers have reported that Forza Horizon 5 may be getting a port to PlayStation next week during Gamescom. On the infamous forum Reset Era, users Nate Drake and Shinobi have both intimated that Xbox has a new PS5 port coming soon. Noted leaker Xstasis then dropped a Cinco de Mayo gif, leading many to speculate that the title would be Forza Horizon 5. That's how they got here. Anyway, but after 4 titles reported as a part of a quote-unquote experiment, one of them took off. Sea of Thieves has been one of the best-selling games on PS5 and PS4 and 5 since it launched back in April, making more ports like this inevitable.
Kyle Stevenson, it's time to make an educated wish. A lot of people are either saying Forza Horizon 5 or Starfield. What are you thinking?
Forza.
You thinking Forza?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Starfield just got a DLC?
It's getting one. Yeah.
It's not out yet. Okay, so I would probably wager a guess that they will, if they ever do port Starfield, is out when all the DLC is readily available. That's kind of where I guess. With Forza, I mean, for how long have we been doing the show? 8 years? Something like that? That's wild.
Our kids in first grade. Yeah.
That's crazy. Whenever we get asked the question of like, what Xbox franchise do you want on PlayStation? One of my first answers is always Forza, because I want the opposite, or Forza Horizon. I want the opposite of Gran Turismo. I like arcade racing and rally racing more than the simulation that is Gran Turismo. And who does it better than Forza Horizon? So yes, please. I'm excited to play this with a DualSense. Are you kidding me? Like,
right?
Come on, that's exciting.
Right? I mean, but and you're saying this though as a PlayStation fan, you know that we have Gran Turismo, and you're saying that.
Yeah. No, I 1,000,000%. I'm saying that Gran Turismo and Forza Horizon could both exist in one place because they're different types of things.
Because man who is a really good editor but could personally suck my ass through a straw, Colt Eastwood says, Forza Horizon 5 will be even bigger on Xbox. They need an open world racing game over there. Nice that Xbox first party to step up when PlayStation hasn't. Wiki's smiley face. So just very curious that you're saying that.
Don't put me and Cole in the same space. God, I need to take like 5 showers after you just said that. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, but sometimes you just gotta call them out by name. Yeah, no, I mean, I think personally, listen, I really love Starfield.
Again,
I know.
It was being developed for PlayStation. There's a PlayStation version somewhere in a hard drive.
They dusted off somewhere. I got the controller. I love this
beautiful
thing.
Controller.
I love the game.
Yeah.
You know, faults and all, whatever. I don't care if it's a 7, 8, or a 9. I like the game.
Mm-hmm.
But Forza makes a lot of sense. I think Forza does make a lot of sense. I think personally, it really is like Colt is like the meme of like the worst person you ever met made a great point. It's like Gran Turismo on PlayStation. I know there's a lot of fans of it, but I do think it needs to get challenged on this ecosystem to push it in much more interesting directions. And so I think the Horizon series is the perfect racing series to go and challenge that studio. Because I think personally, Forza Horizon 5, and I think I played a bit of 4 as well, like they're really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Those are podcast games, man.
Can you remind me, 5 is 5 the one in Australia or Europe?
5 is the one in Mexico. That's why they said they did the.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the sequel. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then 4 is Britain and 3 is Australia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So yeah, and again, they're beautiful games. Oh my god, they're some of the best like screenshots you can get too. They're just beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game. So I would love to see this. Apparently, this is happening. And I know this is happening, actually, Kyle. I got another.
Oh. Yeah, from Hanson Hank this time.
No, it's his name's Pat.
Pat?
Spencer. Yeah, Pat Spencer. I couldn't think of an ass name. They said it's gonna be during the Gamescom opening night live.
Okay.
And cool. I'm excited. This would probably be a day one for me because I really enjoyed that game. I don't even know why I fell off. Oh, Halo happened. Yeah. That said, Gamescom opening night live arrives this Tuesday. This comes straight from Jeff Keighley. Some of the games confirmed for opening night live next Tuesday include Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, Marvel Rivals, Dune Awakening, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, and guess what? This is not from Jeff Keighley. Next Tuesday, we will be going live, and we will be covering it. Well, I will be. You're at work.
Yeah.
At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, we'll be covering the game, the opening night live ceremonies and all that jazz, and getting excited to see some games again, man, because it's been a lull. It's been a lull. That said, though, Kyle,
if I can make it happen, I can time my lunch break and join for half of it.
I mean,
that would be fun.
Not? Yeah,
because I would hate. I live reacts are legit my favorite thing to do. So it would bum me out. I miss it.
Yeah, and honestly, I would like to see what lunch break Kyle energy looks like.
It's a lot of.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know some of these things that are happening here. I'm actually very excited to see Black Ops 6. Very excited to see Forza if it's there from, again, my good friend Pat.
Pat Spat.
Pat Spat, that's what we call him. Old college name. We don't want to know how he got that name.
You know?
You don't want to know how I got that name, folks. What do you think PlayStation's gonna? You think PlayStation's gonna be there, and in what form? You don't
I think if PlayStation's there, it's all third party stuff.
really. You
Again,
don't think Lego Horizon's gonna be there? Ah, got you thinking. That's where they revealed it last time, right? Or
And I think
Summer Game Fest.
I was just about to say, and for that reason, I would think they might not. But Monster Hunter Wilds is back here. Same thing with Civ 7. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I kind of wish they don't, and we just let them cook until we get whatever showcase whenever
Right.
Hank Hansen says.
My man, again. Don't blow him up.
And Stingray Chat says, "Is there a date for Lego?"
And that's the thing. There is no late date for Lego, so I would say it makes sense to show it off one last time here. Get that date, and then have like a short little spot for it in a showcase that will happen again, confirmed anywhere between the dates. What did they say? August 20th
and September
26th.
Yeah.
Again, don't blow Hank up, man.
Which is
don't
the start of
spot.
Tokyo Game Show, I believe. It's September 26th.
Exactly. That's what Hank said. He said it's going to be a day or two before, perhaps.
You know what?
Longer.
It's just a 4-week celebration at this point. Yeah. Every day. 4-hour show every day.
You see, if you're vague enough, you can never be wrong with the leaks. You're just vague enough.
I think it's going to happen on a day that ends in a Y with a number.
Oh, I've been hearing the same exact thing, dude.
Oh, man.
It's nuts. I do think we got to hear, though, truthfully, because PlayStation's always here in some shape or form.
I thought they famously said they were going to skip out on Gamescom.
Well, it's like their presence, right?
Like during the show floor.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Like PlayStation on the show floor. Xbox will be there. I don't think Nintendo will be. But yeah, they're too busy not announcing the Switch 2 for the love of God. Let's see the damn thing.
What are we doing? It's the worst kept secret in the world.
We all know you're doing it. Let's show the magic Joy-Cons that are magnets, bitch. Like, let's do it. What are we waiting for, dude?
What kind of hand movement am I gonna do in a game? Just tell me.
Know. You what are you gonna do? Drop another disappointing,
1-2 switch?
What's the Nintendo? What's their thing?
What do you mean?
They got the Indie World.
They
got the Nintendo Directs. There you go. You drop it one where it's like, hey, you're a little feline chasing a fish in cute little kitty cat adventures 2, only on the Nintendo Switch. Like, no, let's see the Switch 2 reveal. God damn it. Let's go.
I feel like it's a Game Awards thing at this point.
No, dude, they're too stuck up their own ass, dude.
Yeah,
it's their own thing.
Know.
It's their own thing, man. I can
Xbox
only...
showed off the Series X at Game Awards.
But they Xbox folks, don't take this the wrong way. Don't attack me. They need that, right? Because they are a smaller platform. Nintendo's Nintendo. So they could drop a weird trailer where you're on a rooftop somewhere in Brooklyn in November and go, oh, we'll talk about it in January.
I forgot about Nintendo Karen on the rooftops playing with her friends.
Exactly. Simpler times, man. Simpler times. Now Nintendo Karen's calling the cops on, PlayStation Pat. What's he doing in my neighborhood? That type of stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Calling the police from the rooftops.
Oh, boy. I honestly I don't think I've ever said this on a show. Not that I ever would or it ever brought up. I feel really bad for people whose names are Karen before Karen became a thing.
Honestly, Kyle, I've been meaning to say this to you. I'm so sorry about people turning Karens into like the male version, which are Kyles.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, Kyle's the greatest person I've ever met.
Like any child named Kyle drinks Monster Energy already and runs through
Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah. It's just.
It is what it is.
Sorry about that.
Sorry
about that. That's a cross you're gonna have to bear.
Yeah.
That said, again, watch us live 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right, PM, not AM, you freaks.
No.
We're gonna be streaming it. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. So yeah. That's it, Kyle. It's time. Time for some flashes. Gotta run. Gotta go. Gotta run fast. Gotta do this. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're right behind me. PlayStation lays out Concord live service roadmap, commits to at least the coffee's hitting, at least 3 seasons. This comes from Tom Phillips over at Eurogamer. I'll read the first paragraph. PC and PlayStation console exclusive live service shooter Concord launches next week. And if you recall, and so today, Sony has set out its plans to keep the game fresh for at least 3 seasons when it arrives next week. Priced at $40 American, you'll find 6 modes, 12 maps, 16 characters included. This will be expanded in October when Season 1 arrives, and then again both in January and April 2025 when Season 2 and 3 turn up. Season 1 will launch in October, will launch a new map, character, story scenes, and more. Season 2 will bring another new map, a character, and a set of story scenes, plus a fresh mode. And Season 3, for now, remains under wraps. Ooh. Kyle Stevenson, I'm ready. You ready?
I'm so ready. I might not be there day one, but I'll pick it up eventually. I'm excited.
I'm definitely there day one. I got it physical because, listen, I feel like if it's a PlayStation thing, I want it physical, you know?
Fair.
Like, I also got Astrobot physical, but I know it'll sell me the digital deluxe for $10 more.
Sure.
So, like, I'll get my Yarnum little hoodie. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm excited. And I'm like to see that they've already laid out things again. No battle pass and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm in. And hopefully maybe on launch night, like on Friday, we'll all do like a little community, sesh with Concord.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Hey Kyle, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Rebuilt Until Dawn comes to haunt PS5 and PC this October 4th. My birthday, Kyle. It's coming out my birthday.
Birthday stream?
Is this enough for me to go out there by Until Dawn?
I'm getting it no matter what because I want to replay it again.
Yeah.
Just think that's like the perfect time.
It.
Oh, you have?
You're right. No. The last time I tried to play it again, my ex, she got us killed like the first scene.
Okay.
And I'm like, maybe you hand me the controller, you just tell me the prompts. It was aggravating me. I didn't want to tell her that. I was just trying to be supportive.
Yeah.
But it's like, I get it. You're trying to do this. It's a cute thing that you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. But you're doing a really lousy job.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited to play this around Halloween time.
Yeah.
Should be a fun time.
You're right. And you know what? That's when I've gotten into really spooky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll probably be binging Terrifier. I'll probably be binging Scream. I'm
Long
into it
Legs.
Now. Dude,
it's somebody's birthday.
Oh,
that's like a thing in the movie. I can't spoil anything else.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Someone's birthday. All right.
Someone's almost birthday.
Oh, but yeah, I'm excited. October 4th, my birthday. Please give me birthday wishes. My life depends on it. Okay.
I like how you're asking people to give you birthday wishes 2 months away.
You got time. I'm giving you ample time to wish me happy birthday.
So if you're going to mail it by mail, make sure you get it within the next 8
right
weeks.
Now. Yeah, that wasn't a cry for help. Kyle, can I say something? I know that we're still recording the show. This might be my favorite episode.
Hey, by the way, everybody, my birthday's on May 11th, so just prepare any birthday wishes for
on the clock. Let's go.
I know mail takes some time,
Yeah, especially the mail these days. PS5's lack of tentpole exclusives isn't hurting engagement, says Sony. This comes from Sammy Barker. While some enthusiasts would strongly disagree, like myself included, Sony doesn't feel like the, quote, lack of tentpole exclusives have impacted engagement with PS5 consoles this year. While the platform holder has published titles like Rise of Ronin and Stellar Blade, it hasn't seen a sequel since Marvel Spider-Man 2 last year. Helldivers 2 did defy expectations and become the fastest selling first-party game in the firm history, but this wasn't predicted. Nonetheless, the manufacturer has told investors in an earnings call, as spotted by PlayStation Lifestyle, that it's enjoying record engagement with 116 million active users it's attracted in June 2024, being the quote highest number ever recorded for the month. It's worth noting that PC releases like Ghost of Tsushima have contributed to that success and expanding the PlayStation ecosystem as intended. It's happening. They're not talking about consoles anymore. What are they talking about? Monthly active users, MAU. Console fanboys. This is the new number. Mouse.
Mouse.
That's what they're counting. 160 million. Awesome.
Mouse Morales. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I found it hilarious. Yeah, no, this is what they're gonna start tracking now. So when people are like, oh, they're not gonna go third party or whatever, right? Like they're not gonna bring, dude. Those windows are shortening as we speak. Again, you got Hiroki Totoki saying the margins are getting thinner and thinner. We have to really strengthen our brand, strengthen the sales, and you're gonna see a shorter window between PC and PS5 for sure. For sure. I think that's what they're working on right this very moment. That said, as we noted earlier, Arrowhead unveils a 60-day plan to placate Rebellious Helldiver 2 fans. It looks like the last DLC did not do that well for them. And so new CEO Shams Jordy has brought in to sort out the exact situation. We don't imagine there's a whole lot of goodwill left in the community past this point. Helldivers 2 remains a fantastic game to dive into, but it's clear Arrowhead has struggled to satisfy its most hardcore fans. This cycle promising updates to fix has been rubbing otherwise democracy-loving Helldivers the wrong way for some time now. This is what happens when a studio so small has such a hit on their hands that they are trying to expand smartly to help, placate these problems, placate these players, and it's really difficult. It's really hard to sustain something that is a lightning in the bottle moment. I don't know if you have anything else to add there.
No, I just think without getting into specifics, because I can't, but just like thinking of the small team that I have at my day job.
Yeah.
And everything that is moving around and scaling bigger and bigger and bigger. It's the same for these smaller studios where they have a hit on their hands and they have to scale. And it's somewhat of a struggle to meet demands. It's very, very tough. And this goes back to our initial topic of the show where we need to be a little bit more understanding, because most people who are, I'm not saying throwing hate towards them, but just like they don't understand at all what it takes to make a game and to fix those tiny little things, there a lot goes into that.
Yeah. And just think about your job when you get a new hire in, just one person. You're like, oh, God, I got to train them to do X, Y, and Z. Now times that by like 5, right? Maybe you got 5 new people. You got to track their progress, 10 new people, 15, let alone you're getting dozens of people cycling through and helping you do all sorts of things.
Within normal working hours of like 8-9 hours a day. Like that's a lot to get in at one time. It's daunting.
That's what she said.
Ooh.
That's it, or he said. PlayStation has introduced user reviews on the PlayStation Store. Kyle Stevenson. I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's pretty straightforward. It looks like they are starting to roll out user written reviews. So you get to talk about what you liked, what you didn't like, rather than just have that scale of 5 stars. So you're already saying not a fan. Why?
I feel like it leans too heavily into the way Steam does it, and
that's what I love.
I get that, but it's also right for people to write written reviews without even playing it, right? Like, is there going to be something where you have to play the game before you can write a review?
Yes, because there are times where I check a review and they're like, "You can't write this.
Good.
Purchase is required."
That's totally fine. I hope they do that for this, because I don't want to read reviews for people that haven't even played the game. And
Right.
I also hope that these will be heavily moderated for single player games, because I don't want people spoiling things in the written
That's a really good-
reviews.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So I hope they have the back end capacity to really make this work the way that I hope they want it to work. Because I would hate to be like, yeah, the new Santa Monica game's out, I'm ready to play it, and a written review is spoiler.
Right.
Like I got spoiled for God of War 2018. Like that would hurt my soul so much.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Like Adam writes in chat, I just like it because of reading the reviews on Xbox that are always entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah, you get some funny ones, man.
Listen,
You get some
Dead
characters.
or
You
Alive
get some
Beach
real
Volleyball.
cards.
Go read that one, you know?
Patreon exclusive, guys. Patreon exclusive. What are you missing out? Nothing. I mean, no, everything. Yeah, no, you're right. I think moderation. I think, yeah, having to purchase the game. This is something that has been desperately needed. I love that they're starting to address it. Now I want them to get deeper into it, man. Like I love like the little mini Steam pages for all these, and you get little blogs, and you get to like interact and interface with folks right there on the page. Like integrate that into the mobile app as well would be awesome. So now you're getting actual live feedback from actual customers right there that you get to monitor. That's great if you're on that developer end. So yeah, this is awesome.
Agreed.
That said, Kyle, hey, hey, what is this? What is this? The best PlayStation Plus drop ever? Let's figure it out together. PlayStation Plus Games Catalog Editions for August 2024. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Hoo-wee.
Slow down. Slow
PS4
down.
and PS5.
Ooh-wee. Wild Hearts. Ooh-wee.
Was that a this year game?
That was a last year game.
Last year game.
EA
Yep.
with Tecmo Koei.
The Monster Hunter like game.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Cult of the Lamb, PS4 and PS5.
Play that
Let's
game.
go.
Play that game. It's so good.
I got the itch. I got the itch. Ride 5. Watch Dogs 2.
Not 4, but 5.
Not 4, but 5. Watch Dogs 2. Play that. It's incredible. I really
good.
love that
My
game.
favorite Watch Dogs game.
Naruto to Boruto, Shinobi Striker.
Nice.
Fine. Cool. Don't know what any of that was.
This is like again, no shame to anyone who enjoys the next 4 games that Joe is talking about. These
Right.
are the vegetables on the plate to what we're about to get to later.
Yes. So, Sword Art Online, last recollection on PS4, PS5. Sword Art Online, Alice's
I can't help you on that one.
Sicilian licorice. Let's get through it.
I like it.
Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet.
One less piece of carrot. Let's go.
All right. Sword Art Online, Hollow Realization. Now you say, Joe, this sucks, dude. This sucks.
Again,
No.
not our thing.
Not our thing. Don't yuck the Sword Art Online community's yum.
Absolutely not.
My friend, who's a big fan, once told me the entire plot of season 1, and it's pretty dope. It's like if you die in the game, you die for real.
Oh man, do you remember
I'm in
that
on
movie
that.
with Frankie Muniz?
But this one, they took Frankie out. And
They did.
It's an anime.
Oh, okay.
Vacation Simulator on PSVR 2.
Yes.
Choo-choo.
So good.
Love the
All right.
PSVR 2.
Everyone, strap in.
Let's go. Time Splitters, PS4, PS5. Time Splitters 2, the GOAT. PS4, PS5. Time Splitters Future Project, PS4, PS5. God bless America. God bless the Stars and Stripes. Ooey,
I'm
existing
so
in the
excited.
context.
I'm
Oh,
so
this is good. Oh, this is great. And also Sword Art Online last song. Oh, we got Time Splitters.
Yeah.
What?
I'm very excited to see if they mechanically if it holds up.
if we get actual like online, like
Sure.
there's one server people get to jump into, y'all are getting wrecked. Y'all are getting absolutely obliterated.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Again,
If there's
PlayStation,
trophies,
more of this.
seriously, and if there's trophies to this,
Mhm.
God forbid.
God forbid.
God forbid. Again, those plats are mine. I could taste the metal, you know? Ghetto Berry writes, just seen the extra / premium lineup for next week. Cult of the Lamb, definitely, but Time Splitters 1, 2, and 3 future project? Come on! I beg of anyone who's yet to play these games to give them a bloody go and realize why it's a criminal offense that Time Splitter 4 has never happened. I hope they come with a trophy support, and while at it, it may not have any upgrades for today's modern gaming. I sure hope it still plays well. Let's f***ing go.
One of my favorite things about Time Splitters, and I'll
Yes.
fully admit, I don't think I played outside of, I think, 2.
Oh, okay.
I
played Future Project.
Those cover arts are iconic.
Iconic.
I can still vividly remember them when I think about them. Oh my god.
Dumbest characters ever, man. You
I
got
can't wait.
Sock Monkey shooting a spork. Like, it's the dumbest shit you'll ever see in your life. It puts Fortnite to shame. Speaking of, the next Fortnite Marvel collab, hoo-wee. But we're talking about Time Splitters, so let me calm down. Yes, this is exciting. Yeah, if this has trophy support, awesome. I love Time Splitters 1. Time Splitters 2 is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Go play Time Splitters 2. And if you don't, you're going to jail. Don't make the rules. Last bit of flash news, Kyle. Dragon Age the Veilguard release date dropping tomorrow or today. So a little fun. Kyle, let's put a little wager down. Okay? No money, no stakes. If I'm right, I'll reveal the identity of Hank Hansen. If you're right, you'll reveal
Pat
Spat. And you don't want to know how you got that nickname.
No,
Folks. You really don't. Old college days, wild times. If we told you get canceled. That said, whoever's closest to the release date wins.
Okay.
When do you think Veilguard is releasing? People will already know they're screaming in their cars. Or in the cubicle.
I'm looking at the calendar.
They're getting escorted out of the Arby's because they're in line. They're just shouting dates.
Here, I'm going to think out loud, okay?
Okay.
Do you think they want to release this ahead of the Game Awards deadline for it to be included in this year's Game Awards?
Yes. Then
in that case, I'm going to say November 1st.
You're a real son of a gun. You think so?
Why? Is that what you were going to say?
Dude, I'm not even lying to you. I was going to do October 30th.
Oh, really? Do it. Let's go. Watch, it's going to be on Halloween.
Exactly. Well, that's my only like stop. It's like that's super close to Halloween. And it's not a Tuesday or a Friday. I'm going to say
November 1st has a nice ring to it. 11/1 release.
Yeah, that does. 11/1, yeah. I'm going to say I'm going to give you like a definitive date. October 25th.
Okay.
But it's EA. They're going to post some type of BS where it's like play it 3 days earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when is the real release date? But I'm going to stick firm October 25th.
I like that.
I think this is coming soon. Yeah.
It's really weird to think that we haven't gotten a date yet for that.
And, well, again, today's the day, and I can't believe August 25th. Hank Hansen never lied to me once. He ain't gonna lie now. You know?
I know you meant October, but I like to think that they're going to announce that it comes out next week.
What did I say?
August 25th. Oh, Ryan in chat says, isn't COD October 25th?
Well, that's what I was also looking at. It's like, when is that releasing?
I think you're right. I think it's that week.
Shit. I already said it. Ooh, Hank, I think I'm gonna blow your spot up next week. Sorry, Herman. Oh shit. I mean, Hank, Harold. Kyle Stevenson, what have you been playing?
That's his middle name, Hank. Hank
Hank
Harold
Harold
Hansen.
Hansen.
Triple H. Oh my God, time to play the game. What have I been playing?
What have you been playing?
I didn't get to talk about it last week because I forgot about it. I started Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Why not?
I was into it up to the point where you got to the open world section.
Yeah, that's all
and that part totally turned me off the game, so much so that I deleted it and put it back on my shelf.
Really?
There was just something about it I didn't love where I was respawning. I had to trek way too far to get to where I was. Not a huge fan of the map. I thought the parry window is
it's a little weird,
way too off, and having there's only for like some certain fights with like bosses, the camera is way too zoomed in, and you can't really tell the tell from the enemy to parry on time.
That's fair. Okay.
I just was having a bad time with it, so I'll go back to it eventually.
That is fair. I think that's a big complaint I've heard a lot of the community talk about. The real complaint.
Sure,
the wages.
But when you do parry, God, it feels so good.
Feels nice. It's just the animation's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it screwed me up a lot for Elden Ring because I'm like, all right, this is actually a good parry window. Yeah. But yeah, agreed. I think just stick to the linear levels were really good.
Exactly.
And I think doing the weird hub worlds is a mistake because it feels like it's like, here's a ton of assets that we were working on.
Oh yeah, here's a bunch of people to get quests from out of nowhere, and the quests are literally right down the alley to get the thing and then come back. It felt a little too much for padding, I guess, in the meantime. And this is a me problem. I want to do all the quests immediately before I move on to the main quest. And it just it burned me out way too quick, which is a bummer. Because I enjoyed the beginning, like linear part of it. That was super fun. But yeah, maybe I'll go back to it eventually.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also been playing a lot of Balatro again.
Same, man. It's an addiction. I can't stop.
I finally cracked, I think I tweeted about it. I think it was like 2 million hand. Eventually, I had a great lineup of jokers and whatnot. There is one deck that I unlocked that is 26 hearts and 26 spades. That is that is what your deck consists of. And you think that might be easy, but it gets pretty difficult because the flush modifier is already not super high. So when you level it up, like it only does so much. So you really need to rely on the jokers and making certain cards multipliers and give bonus chips, whatever.
Yeah.
On that deck alone, I am 2 chips away from completing that entire deck.
Oh, nice.
I've now only have, I think, 5 jokers left to unlock.
Okay.
So I'm getting there. I've got the itch again.
There you go.
It's been pretty fun.
120 hours in.
Exactly. The other one is, and I mentioned that I wanted to start it when I was off last week. Ghost of Tsushima, I restarted.
Yeah.
Beautiful game. Absolutely stunning. Took me a while to get back into the feel of things. I totally forgot how long it takes to unlock all the skills at Jin's disposal.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, wait a second, I totally remember being able to sneak up and assassinate people, and it's not letting me do that right now. And then I eventually got to the part of the story where it unlocks. I was like, oh, okay, I just got to keep playing more.
What a game.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I'm excited to keep going because it is like scratching that itch of like that open world kind of thing that I want right now. Especially from Elden Ring, where like Elden Ring was super difficult. But this is just like, there's nothing better than holding the up button and be like, "Come out and fight me," and then just holding down the button and slicing them immediately. God, it's such a good feeling.
So good, man. So good. Yeah. God, you just saying it gets me hyped.
And I have so many photos again from photo mode. Like I'm stopping all the time.
Gorgeous. What a game.
What a game. What a game.
I have been playing 2 games. You ready for this? One's not surprising. Balatro. Game of the year.
Oh, and college football I've been playing, but it's a football game. It's fine.
Football. Football. I've been playing Doom 1 and 2. What do they call it? Anniversary edition or something like that.
Okay.
They re-released 1 and 2 with like a whole bunch of special stuff. I don't realize the differences between the re-releases because this is my first time, playing it. Like circa 10 years ago. So like there's a ton of awesome quality of life stuff, like fixing like the FOV, making it widescreen. Like there's a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. The game runs great, of course, obviously. But man, it made me really miss these old days of like, this is what a first person shooter was, man. Like it feels still to this day so damn fun. And it's now what, like 30 plus years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's so good.
I don't know if you're familiar with it because it's definitely an indie thing and an indie term and a genre of itself. Have you ever heard of boomer shooter?
Yes.
There's so many of them out there that are Doom likes. I feel like you would have a ton of fun with a whole lot of them.
Dude, I'm having a lot of fun with this, and just like it's a podcast game. So I just turn on to a podcast and I'm just shooting demons in hell.
You're ripping
There's
and
some
tearing.
annoying things. I'm ripping and tearing until it's done. And I'm like, and it actually makes me appreciate Doom 2016 and Eternal even more so. And I love both those games.
Yeah.
But it's like, wow, they really translated what Doom is in the modern era so damn well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I truly think it's a perfect translation. Because I'm playing this, I'm like, yeah, this feels like 2016. This feels like Eternal. And like, it still kicks ass. Like they just I don't know, man.
Is the next Doom a 2025 game?
Yeah.
Hell yes. That makes me happy.
Yeah, and I'm like, God damn, yeah, this is it, man.
I'm ready to use nothing but the skull gun. That's all I will use.
100%. I think Night Dive Studios made it. They're the goats. They really know how to really touch up classic games, and this really makes me want the Dark Forces. I know it's $30, a little bit too rich for my blood. Once it gets down to $20 though, hell yes. You kidding me? Absolutely, I would.
That's awesome.
So yeah, no, Doom 1 and 2, that's what I've been playing. I think that's gonna be the game until Outlaws, for sure. Yeah.
Are they a package deal, or you buy them separately?
Yes. So the cool thing about this, if you already bought one of them, you get both. It's a whole new trophy list as well. So like if you already have these games, if you already have them, it's free.
Love it.
It's awesome. Yeah. Kyle, are you holding on to anything in particular?
I just got a pen today.
I got a Spider-Man mug.
Ooh.
Yeah, humble brag. It's my friend's. I stole it. Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. August 12th, Shoulders of Giants Ultimate on PS5. August 13th, Hidden Through Time 2 Discovery. August 14th, this is what I thought the first pre-show game was, by the way. Green Hell on PS5. Sam & Max, The Devil's Playhouse Remastered. Never played Sam & Max,
but like
they do look like they would go to hell when they die.
But also, like, Sam & Max is a franchise that I know is iconic, but I've never played.
Exactly, same.
I
think it was it a LucasArts game?
Yes.
Let's figure this out.
Was that or Double Fine?
One of the two. Let's see.
I think you're right. I think it's LucasArts.
You know what?
I also know them from. There was a poker game that had them that I played a lot on PS3 or 4.
They were private investigators.
Yeah.
Look at that. August 15th, Cricket. Jay's really peculiar game.
Yep.
This is an easy platinum game, huh?
No, it's probably a cricket game, like the sport cricket that
I
we don't
mean,
understand.
yeah, but it's like Jay's really peculiar game. Like it seems like this is what like a Ratalika game. No disrespect to
Yeah,
Ratalika
don't
games.
disrespect Ratalika.
A cricket. Nope, it actually looks very beautiful. Oh wait, no, wait. Well, the
Oh,
artwork looks beautiful.
the art does look great. It's not at all what I was expecting.
Then you get to the gameplay, and then this is.
Oh, it's a hand animated JRPG.
All right. Whatever.
Okay,
This
hold
is
on.
very peculiar. Very peculiar.
Hold on. It
All
reminds
right.
me of like Recess, the cartoon.
Oh my God! Remember Recess? What
Recess
simpler
was
times.
the goat.
God, is that streaming somewhere?
I don't know.
I would rewatch that.
I'll say right now. You know what I've been watching when I go to bed?
What?
People
What's
are
that?
gonna call me crazy.
Yeah, go for it.
Law and Order SVU. That's my bedtime show.
You just love justice being dispersed. It gets
Exactly.
you right to sleep.
Exactly.
Hunt Showdown 1896 comes to PS5. Overboss PS5, PS4. Phantom Spa PS5, PS4. What's this?
The Precinct.
The Precinct. Never seen that word spelled out. PS5. White Day 2, The Flower That Tells Lies. PS5. They call it Karen. August 16th, Castaway, PS5, PS4. House of Golf 2, PS5. Madden 25, PS5, PS4. Rewind or Die, PS5, PS4. Sunnyside on PS5. Ooh-wee.
Phantom Spark looks like a good time. If you like Wipeout,
Yeah?
it's like that style of racing.
Ooh.
It looks kind of cool.
You have my attention at Wipeout.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a gander. Ooh, this does look nice.
Does look good. Does look good.
This does look nice. Okay. All right. I see you, Phantom Spark. I see you. Kyle, it's time for the last segment of the show, but our favorite segment. It's time for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw! M9 Prime writes in, quick question from the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw! Now that we are sliding into the second half of the year, what's your top 5 games of 2024 so far? Which game are you looking forward to most in the upcoming next few months?
Top 5 so far. Top 5 so far.
Oh, man.
Bellatra,
Yep.
Helldivers 2.
Okay.
I would say Stellar Blade after that.
Mm-hmm.
Then this whole year gets fuzzy. How about you?
I know right now, with a shadow of a doubt, it's Bellatra and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yep. Ooh, the cricket's back. I heard the cricket.
Don't remind me.
All right, fair enough. This is just his time. He's back.
Why am I
He's a real
blanking
son
on
of
the
a
other
bitch.
games I played? I know I've played other games. Oh, Tales of Kenzero Zao.
Ooh, yeah.
it's a
Dave
great
the
one.
Diver would be there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I think that's it for now.
Can I say Shadow of the Earth Tree? Like, does that count?
Oh, yeah, that counts. That
Yeah,
counts.
I mean, come on. It's a go. It's a go. And the one I'm looking forward to the next few months.
Ash Robot.
Yeah, what am I kidding? Even trying to think of something else. It's Astrobot, goddammit.
I mean,
It's always gonna be Astrobot.
Ash Robot, Outlaws, AC Shadows.
Yep.
Dragon Age. Like,
Oh my god, yes.
we got some bangers coming.
Mm-hmm. The drought's soon to be over.
Mhm.
I truly believe that.
Absolutely. And please yell at me at any other game that I missed for the games I played this year. I know I'm missing one. Katie writes in, hey guys, it's been a little bit since I put a question in. Been a busy time for me. That's all good,
That's
Katie.
fair. You got back from the States.
Safe and sound, that's all we care about.
That's right.
My question is pretty simple, but it may be hard to pick an answer. Pick any game and tell me your favorite moment from it. Doesn't have to be your favorite game. It can be any game.
Damn.
How about let's make this a little even harder? Why don't you pick my game and I pick your game?
Oh my god. Oh, your favorite moment from a video game.
Because I have an easy one right off the bat, but I'm tired of talking about it. And I'm sure everyone else is tired of listening to me talk about Last of Us.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely The Last of Us, but it's like, what part of
I've got one for you.
Oh, go for it.
Death Stranding.
Ooh, what moment in Death Stranding?
No, you have to pick a moment that you really love from
Oh,
that game.
I have to. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a good. I like the
Yeah,
twist. A moment I really like, dude. I love Higgs.
Higgs is great.
I love Higgs, and I love the two scenes in particular. If I could cheat just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
after the Hartman mission, if you know, you know that
Yep.
monologue he has there, and then the introduction of Fragile, as well.
She's fragile, but
right.
not that fragile.
Yeah, she's fragile, but not that fragile. All right, for you, Kyle.
For Death Stranding, for me, I love the way Mama's introduced. That little twist.
Yes,
That's really
oh
good.
My, it's brilliant.
Are we
what a
replaying
game.
Death Stranding? Like, what's
I
happening?
think we are. I think we are. What
Also,
a game.
just maybe not a story moment, but anytime you are traversing in that world and the soundtrack is playing as you're going, God, one of the best soundtracks of games.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. Now I'm gonna start yelling at that cricket. he really started.
He
open
showed
his
up
yap.
yesterday, and it's oh boy. I was like, really
Oh,
now?
and you have to work down here,
Yeah.
and now it's
Yeah.
that's bad. Okay. Favorite moment from. Let's go a little bit back so we don't get yelled at. Let's do Spider-Man.
2018 or 2?
2018, not too soon.
2018 and Spider-Man.
2018. And not
That's a
like
good
anything
one.
like super
Yeah,
story
no,
related.
no.
Like nothing like let's be vague on that.
It's a honestly, it's might be cheating.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing in Spider-Man 2018 is anytime you're walking on the street and you can interact with somebody walking and high-fiving or do like the point thing or hear them talk about Spider-Man. Like, oh, can I get a picture? Like, those little things just make that city feel alive, and I love that so very much.
Yeah. I mean, I think it has a stellar opening. And immediately, the confidence of Insomniac, the audacity to hope.
Within minutes, you're in the suit, you're swinging, and you're in it.
And you're in it, and it makes sense almost immediately. I would know. No, immediately it makes sense, and you're like, oh my God.
I've got another one. I know people hate it.
What's that?
I love Spider Cop.
Oh yeah, dude.
Love Spider Cop.
Yeah, listen. Let's not let the woke mob win on that one. Spider Cop is a good cop. He's a good man.
Can we
trying
please
to
go
make his pension.
one episode without you saying woke? Please?
The woke mind virus. I know what it's done to people, but this game is too pure.
And like finding
and then,
like Doctor Strange, like the Sanctum is cool, and like the Wakandan embassy is awesome. Like,
I think my favorite moment though, and again, no spoilers, but the pizza shop, you know, the pizzeria. Yeah, that moment's good.
Just because I want to say it anyway. It's The Last of Us. It's the scene in the ranch between Ellie and Joel.
Yes. Okay, I was having a feeling.
Everyone left me except for you. Like, gives me chills just thinking about it. The show nailed it. Like,
oh my God,
one of the best scenes ever made.
I'm gonna watch that. Get depressed after this.
Ooh wee.
Yeah. I was leaning on that one. And yeah.
And then there are part 2 scenes that are trump that, but I don't want to spoil anything in case people haven't gotten to them.
Green Gorilla still hasn't beaten it yet, you know? Come on, man. Come on.
He's too
Get
busy.
out of your own way.
He's too busy asking friends to be his groomsmen. Play the damn game, Green Gorilla.
What was he even asking me? You know? Come on. Pretty influential, you know?
Papa Taz writes in. Question for the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw, Cowboys. I just got back from Las Vegas, and it got me thinking, what video game character would be the best companion for a night of shenanigans in Vegas? I personally would take a bro character like Zack from Final Fantasy VII or Junpei from Persona 3. However, it would be funny to see Kratos playing blackjack and breaking the table once he goes broke. And that is exactly why I started chuckling when I was reading this, because I can imagine Kratos, stoic as all hell, at a blackjack or at a poker table, be like, hit me, boy.
I'll tell you when I had enough, boy.
I'm all in.
He walks up to you. He's like, "Would you like to come with me and procure 2 women of the night?" What? Come with me, boy. I will make you a man.
I've heard this casino has an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Where is the little Caesar? And then he's going level to level, you know?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Who would
God.
I take?
He would be the legit best.
He
That's
would
the
be.
thing. God. But it's like second best after Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who would I take? Who would have a like not just like I don't want a gag, right? Like I want someone that's gonna give me good vibes, you know? I'm thinking oh you got one?
Potentially?
Okay, yeah, let's workshop it.
I feel like I'd go with Aerith.
Ooh, okay.
Especially after like the gold saucer stuff in Rebirth.
Sure.
Like she's just amazed at it all and is just excited to be there, and that's kind of what I want when I'm at a casino. Just like come along for the ride as we bet money and lose a lot. Like let's just have a great time.
Oh God, I was thinking, and you know when you think of something and you can't get the name out, GTA 5.
Which one?
Michael would be a good time, but what's the other guy? Oh my God, why am I?
Trevor?
Trevor.
You want to bring Trevor to Vegas?
Absolutely, dude.
God, I don't have enough.
Think about the
saved
duality
for your bail. Oh my God.
Think about the duality of characters. It's like him and Kratos would do the same exact things, but totally differently, if that makes sense, right? You know? They would do the same exact thing.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. It's Frank.
Oh.
Great question.
Fluke23 writes in, "Hey guys, I hope you're both
this is the
doing
last
well."
question of the show, by the way.
Last question of the show.
That's
Hey
right.
guys, I hope you're both doing well and are having a great week so far. I'm trying my best. Tomorrow I fly off on my holiday to Greece. So I've been getting ready for downloading loads of episodes on Patreon. Insert trophy room plug. Hey, appreciate it. I also managed to complete my personal challenge and got the platinum for Let's Build a Zoo. Hell yeah.
It's a good dream.
Today I saw a trailer from the developers spring-loaded for the follow-up game Let's Build a Dungeon, which is a game dev simulator, and I'm all over this. This leads me to my question for the Sony Pony Yeehaw Express.
That's right.
You both have your own game dev team, like in the mentioned game Let's Build a Dungeon. Everything you need is available to you. All you need to do is sign off on the plans. So what are you going to develop? Tell us your game. Give it a name, setting, genre. You can even pick your own voice actors and star dev team if you dream to work with anyone. As always, keep up the amazing work, and thank you in advance for keeping my ears entertained while I'm on my flight and sunning myself on the beach. Much love to you both. Have a great time, Fluke.
Yeah, have a great time. Someone's on the phone, they're yelling, but it's like a good yell, so I think it's my grandma.
Okay.
You know, when like old people can't hear, and so they're yelling into it.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on, Grandma, get your hearing checked.
Also, Grandma, it's 10 p.m. What are we doing?
She parties, man.
She's
the person I bring to Vegas.
There you go.
You know? I got 2 hookers. It's gonna be great.
One of my
I need
dreams.
to make a grand key.
One of my dream games that I would love, to make a reality, and there are some people that are trying to do it, and Demio was pretty damn close. I would love a VR D&D game where because I miss playing D&D. It's so hard to find somebody to actually be the DM just because I can't do it. I can't.
And you can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One second. Carry on.
I miss being playing D&D with friends and having either a VR game that will allow like preset adventure scenarios that you can hop in and play with your friends, or similar to kind of like how Dreams would work, have one person like make the maps and set all the scenarios for you and your friends to go on this adventuring party in a D&D kind of way, I think would be super super fun. And I think it would get more people like Joe into it and play it, because I think playing Demio for a few times with Joe and our friend Asa and Scott were some of the best like multiplayer gaming sessions we've had. Just because every time Joe would mess up, because he messed up a lot, he missed a lot of shots in Demio. It's just a good time, and D&D is awesome, and I want it more in my life more. It's just a huge time commitment, so having it in a game form is ideal. Basically Baldur's Gate in VR, but with like your own, everyone has their own their creative character.
So what were they yelling about, you might ask? Great question. They were trying to encourage the dog to go sleep in their room.
Okay.
The dog doesn't understand English. So, you trying to say passive aggressively goodnight to them, to think that it's going to guilt the dog to go up to your room, is just, it's, that's my mom. We love her to death here, folks. We love her to death. What would I do without her? So that's it. I am putting her in a home. I think this is.
Oh
this
no!
Is the line. No, what would I make now? Is it just a dungeon simulator, like a? Because
no, it's just like your any game you want.
Oh man, why? It's like it either boils down to it's going to be Uncharted or Gears 4. It's like third-person shooter, action adventure. I want some set pieces, and then I just start describing Uncharted. Like I feel like that is my type of game. It's like the third person, even like it either devolves into the third person shooter that's like those two games, or it devolves into Elden Ring. Right? So to me, you know what? I would love to see a third person action game in the vein of an Elden Ring, but is more class based in the sense of like you're picking your starting class. You could be a mage, wizard, whatever have you. It's built off being multiplayer, so it's kind of like a dungeon crawler in that aspect, but we're bringing it down lower. So like in my head, I'm actually thinking something more like Diablo-esque, where your party gets to join you, but you're not hindered if you don't have one. That's also tied to a story elements. I think of things like what they originally wanted to do with The Last of Us Part 2 that I feel is so interesting. That's why I think their next game is going to be that. Something that is more melee focused and about discovering the story as you go along, rather it be this like linear thing. It's like you're discovering it firsthand. Yeah, that's what I would want.
Awesome.
Yeah. Or Nintendogs 3. Give me a little puppy,
Neck 3, baby!
Let's go. Let's do it. Guys, gals, that has been The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. Kyle Stevenson, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here?
Myself, Mr. K-Set, pretty much everywhere. All the indie game coverage stuff I do over at 61indie.com. Showcases coming September 19th. Doing a lot of game dev interviews currently for that. Super exciting. Nice. A lot of rad games. Can't wait to share it with you all. I love you all very much. I appreciate you. This is a joy each and every single week. And also want to shout out my co-host here, Joe, for nabbing me an Astrobot controller. I appreciate that so much.
Well, you know what? It's the least I can do. PlayStation Direct, here's my shout out. Not them. PlayStation Direct, let me buy a goddamn anything off of you. I thought there was another thing about this Xbox thing breaking, but I don't know.
No. But Nisa in chat did have a question. Did we see the Stalker dev walkthrough? I have not seen it yet, but
I have not seen that yet. No,
I'm excited to watch.
I'm interested. Yeah, let me just read out loud what Jez just tweeted. This was like an hour ago.
Okay.
Rumor of another Xbox to PlayStation port. I could see it happening someday, but this time around, it ain't Forza being announced next week at least. I don't know what it is right now. Investigating. Is he saying that it's not Forza?
I think what you just said, it sounds like it's not Forza. Damn it, Hank Hansen! What's going on?
No. Hank wouldn't do me like this. There has to be a reason why Hank. Oh wait, was it Hank?
Or
was
Pat
it
Spat or whatever it was?
Pat Spat? We don't want to get into the name. We don't want to get into the origin. Again, college days, folks. Let's not judge people off their college days, or else we'd all be going to jail. You know.
Cinderloo in chat's like, State of Decay, please.
I mean, let's go.
That'd be cool.
Mean, what is something in there? I mean, couldn't be Halo. Not right now. Couldn't because they said with Sea of Thieves being the success. So what's another big-ish game that they have that's multiplayer centric that could do well on PlayStation?
I don't want to pull the ripcord, Joe.
What's that?
Is it Gears? Is it that Gears collection?
Funny enough, Pat Spat, he alluded to something about Gears of War.
Okay.
He alluded to something about it, but he gave me a wink and a nod, and he said, and I quote, "I don't know what it is though right now, investigating." His words, not mine. You know, so. Yeah, we'll see.
Can I please use that for any question I've ever asked? I don't know, but I'm currently investigating, so
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's been the show. You can, you can come follow me over at Mr. Badbit on X platform. Or
it's Twitter. Don't do that.
Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Twitter. Or, I've really been liking Threads. I'm not even just saying that to say it. Mr._Badbit. It's a vibe over there. It's nice if you want to exist in the context. It's real nice over there. Everybody's really nice. They talk about She-Hulk a lot, but like praising it. And I'm like, that's nice. Because I do like She-Hulk. I didn't think it was like bad.
It's a great show.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. And then, oh my God, did you see Daredevil? You see like the leaked
I did not
trailer
see
of it?
No.
Disney, what are we doing allowing these 420p ports of these in-crowd trailers?
Just
show it. You gave us Skeleton Crew, which Kyle, I think this might be your Star Wars.
Are you sure?
I actually think it is. It's fun.
Okay.
It definitely, it's the Goonies, though I've never seen it. I understand the vibe.
Hold up. You can't just drop that knowledge on me. You've never seen my favorite movie of all time, The Goonies.
I've told you this, and you gave me the same reaction.
Well, at least I'm consistent. Oh my God.
Yeah. John Watts, the director of Spider-Man. He's doing this show.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like Star Wars in the suburbs. I think that's really cool.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good vibes. I was like, okay, I dig this.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Please don't throw hate at kids. Star Wars community. It's the one. They're just children. We don't need to threaten their lives. Okay. All right.
Talk about a terrible, toxic fan base.
Talk about setting the bar so low.
Jesus.
It's like, guys, please don't attack kids.
It's the least you can do.
Star Wars theory, please. They're kids. They're not even in like second grade, dude.
They're not old enough to be on the platforms that you are trashing them on. Please.
Exactly.
Don't.
Don't call the little elephant one tubby. Whatever you do, don't do it. Car these poor kids. So follow me there. Hey, if you like this show, by the way, support us on patreon.com/pstrophyroom. Again, preferably through browser because Apple is greedy and they can't have enough money apparently. Or on Android if you got one. It really does help us out. It really does keep the lights on, the show going. It's because of your generosity. We got actually a survey, and some people, I love, like, some people are just like, I'm just throwing them cash because I just want to keep the show going. So I just want to see where they go from here. I really love that. I love the kind words and support. That's awesome. If you can't support us financially, that's not a problem. Head on over to Spotify, rate us 5 stars there, and or head on over to podcasts on Apple. and rate us 5 stars there as well. It really does help us out. And maybe we'll give away an Astrobot thing. Can we do an Astrobot giveaway, you
Ooh,
think?
yeah, I think we could.
Let's sweeten the pot. I'll throw in an Astrobot.
Um,
Not the controller. We're not rich. We're not crazy.
can
An
I?
Astrobot game.
I'm sorry, and I'm pretty sure most people probably checked out at this point.
No, they haven't. Go for it.
I think there's a major thing that we missed
What's that?
for us on a personal content creating standpoint.
Uh-huh.
Want to shout out What's Good Games for a terrific
Yes.
time in the content creation space. You all will be missed. Some of the smartest, talented women in the gaming space, and I can't wait to see what's next from y'all. Thank you for being an inspiration to me. What I've do. I was lucky enough to meet them on a few occasions. Just excellent people, and maybe
Is the show ending this month? I thought it was September they're ending it.
Yeah, but they announced that they're ending, so it's just a bummer because they'll definitely be missed.
And honest to goodness, like Brittany is a huge inspiration on me. She's just so funny. She's so witty, and like her comedy is mine, and I relate to her in such a strong way. Rihanna, I got to sit down and talk to her every time I do. She's just a wonderful, kind human being. And her insights in the industry are phenomenal. Andrea, I would like to personally apologize because the first time I met you, I did whack you really hard with my backpack when I turned around and I hit you in the shoulder. That did not intend to do that. That is my bad, Andrea. It haunts me literally to this day. I'll be just walking to work and say, "Remember when you bashed Andrea Renee with your book bag because you were so nervous, and now she probably hates you forever?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God, yes. It's like that's an idol, and now she has a poor opinion of me. Probably.
I think that was the PAX East meetup when she was giving away her Vita, right?
Yes, but it was even before that. I saw her talking to someone, and again, like an idiot. My first PAX, Andrea, please forgive me. My first PAX, I got very excited, and you were talking to a young woman, and I bet you meant way more to her, you know what I mean? And I just butted and go, "Hey, can I get a picture? I'm so sorry to interrupt." And then I turned and I whacked you really hard in the shoulder, and you went, "Son of a bitch." Like, I saw it in your face, and I died inside. And I am so sorry. So it's so embarrassing. I'm such an idiot, Andrea, and you are so amazing and smart. And honestly, is one of the greatest. Jokes aside, one of the greatest. But not a joke. Like I meant. I'm sorry, but it's okay. One of the greatest voices in video games.
Agreed.
And I really hope I really hope this isn't the true end of them. That they're all going off and doing their own thing. I know Rihanna has a show with her husband, and Brittany does her own thing on the side. But like. I really hope that all y'all keep pursuing this, because like the one thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is like how hard it is out there
it's very
to go
difficult.
out, make something, and then go, you know what, we want to do it on a big level. You take a bet on yourself, and it's really hard out there. We've seen so many folks like Game Informer close, Easy Allies, partially closing for the most part. And What's Good Games close. And there's so many other smaller outlets too, and creators that are closing up shop because it's so hard out there for so many creators. And again, it's what we talked about in the beginning of the show. It's like, a lot of us do this for the passion. And yeah, with the strive of like one day maybe we go out there and we make it. And it's so hard to do that in a field that has become, for some reason, more and more toxic, more and more polarizing, more and more needlessly, divisive. And it's hard because passion only truly does take you so far. And so to see so many great outlets fall under these harsh times for whatever reason it is, it hurts. I know it hurts, you listening. It hurts us watching, because these are the people that inspired us to do this. And so now more than ever, I feel like the call is on y'all. The old adage, go out there and do it. Go out there, make the thing. Go make this industry a better place. It's literally us or the wolves. So go out there, make that thing. Yes, it's gonna be hard. Yes, you may fail, but at least you tried. And to everyone out there, again, what's good and the like. We love you all so much. Your voices are going to be missed, and it's something that Kyle and I often think as well. Seeing all these voices, seemingly just gone. It's how do we persist through it all? You know. So that said, sorry about that. That got very serious.
No, it's very much.
Should I make a fart joke?
No. Damn it,
Andrea, I'm so sorry about the hit.
I was just about to bring it back. I also want to shout out Steimer and Alexa Ray.
Yes.
Are two of the other pillars of What's Good that previously have left, doing amazing things on their own. But
yeah, please go out there, and I'm not just saying it like our Patreon. Anyone, go out there, support the creators that do great content. I get it, times are tough financially and all that jazz. Even if it's just like, again, those 5 stars help, but like even if it's just going out on social and just shouting them out, that alone does so much to lift someone's spirits you don't know. Because again, like if I didn't tell you guys, hey, some mean people on YouTube called us like grifters over the Outlaws episodes, you wouldn't know. But like we get that venom at a constant. And so that one awesome comment we get shines even more because there's just so much negativity out there. So go out there, spread some positivity. How about that? Go share your love and appreciation for the people that do great work.
Agreed.
John Drake, you get to punch me right in the face. There you go. That's how we
problem solved.
That's how we wipe our hands of it all. Kyle, with all that said, with all that out of the way, audience as well, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. See you
Bye,
guys.
love you. All right, we're off.